Hello and welcome to the second episode of Lessons with Louis Season 2. Thank you so much for joining me today. So before we get started on the show, I just want to talk about something that I encountered recently. I was talking to someone about sad moments and when we feel sad. And I think what we came to the conclusion of was that we feel sad in different moments. And when we're in that moment of sadness, whether it feels like the end or whatever, we just need to tell ourselves, you know what, this moment will pass. And it's important when we're in these challenging moments and stressful moments that we take a moment to breathe and ask ourselves, will this matter in 5 years? Will this matter in 2 years? So just when these stressful moments, maybe you miss the bus, you're going to be late for school, you're going to be late for work, you have a job interview, it goes wrong, just think about what can I learn from this? How can I improve this next time? And don't get caught up on it. Today we have KhakiKid on the show. Now Khaki is a rapper, a hip hop artist from Ireland, and he's absolutely blown up. His new single Uppercut had over 65,000 streams on Spotify alone, as well as blowing up on YouTube, so make sure you check that out. Now Khaki and I talk about how he got started, how he used to rap in the mirror and watch YouTube tutorials to learn how to produce music, and it was really funny actually. We recorded this episode in a field near my house because it's a really sunny day. We thought it'd be fun to change it up, and a couple of my neighbours walk by and we get to see them and their wonderful dogs and stuff like that. So we decided to record outside.
Listen, this could be a part of it.
It's Ab here.
Hey there.
And there's a tiny bit of wind noise as a result of doing it outside, but it's not too disturbing. And there's some tiny little curse words in there. It's just a little caution there. And we talk about how to market your music and low self-esteem and what being happy really is. And we had a little debate towards the end about avocados, and Khaki tells me about a time he had a banana milkshake, and it was his birthday yesterday, so make sure you show him big love. His Instagram's at KhakiKid. Alright guys, let's get started. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode. I'm here with the amazing, talented KhakiKid, and we collaborated on a video a couple of weeks ago. It could be out at this point, it could be in editing, who knows. And how are you today?
What's good, people? I'm doing great. Nice sunny day, so I'm excited.
And we're outside again.
Outside again. Different day from the last day.
Different day, change shirts.
Different clothes, boom.
And how did you get into this?
How did I get into this?
Music is what you do.
Music.
You're a rapper.
I guess so. I'm not a rapper.
Oh, sorry, you're a hip hop artist. No, what would you define? I don't like to define people.
Nah, I'm a rapper. Yeah.
Are you scared me?
Yeah.
No, because I'm like.
do you never watch those rap battle videos and the blokes like, but I'm not a rapper. Like if he'd say like I'd have a load of raps and then he'd be like at the end of it, but I'm not a rapper, and everyone go crazy.
Yeah.
Super hot fly. But anyways, what was the question?
How did you get into it?
How did I get into rapping? I've been into rapping since like probably 7 or 8 years old, to be honest. When my brother first got the 50 Cent CD, I don't even know which one it was, but it was an album, and I stole it off him, and I just played that literally religiously for like 3 years straight, and then I got into Eminem and stuff like that from then. And then secretly I've always wanted to be a rapper, and like my brother used to slag me off for being a rapper. He's like, oh, what are you gonna be when you're older, a rapper, blah blah blah. And I'm like, no. And like I was really apprehensive to start putting out music because everyone was joking about me doing it, and then me doing it like it would just be kind of a meme, whatever. Do you know what I mean? But then let's see, I say when I was about 16, so 3 years ago, I started making beats, and I wanted to go in from that aspect so that I wouldn't be as much of a joke to my family or whatever. But then I knew secretly like I wanted to actually rap on the beats. I'd make the beats and then I'm like, I don't want to give these to someone else, I want to rap on them myself. So I just started recording like all of last year and 6th year, and that's I pretended I was studying and I would just be rapping upstairs in my bedroom. And then
about Hamlet,
literally, I swear I can go on my phone right now and I have raps about maths, and it sounds so corny right now. Yeah, I have maths raps, but I'm telling you,
I wrote a rap song about maths.
Oh no, like they're actually kind of lit if I can find them somehow, but they're actually like they're not corny about rap or something like that, but they're just, I think, and good flows and good beats. But yeah, a couple of people I've seen them. I used to send like bits just to my mates every now and again and just see when I'm bored.
I did the same thing. Like it was maths week, and I was in school, and we were like I was in 5th year. I was like, teacher, oh, can we do something for maths week? He's like, yeah, what you want to do? And then I was like, let's do a song. And then me and a lad just went and got a guitar, and for a song wrote a maths song, and then like went around to school performing it during maths class.
Oh man, you have some balls, man. That's crazy. Like I could never perform in front of my whole school.
It was just chaos. Like, because some maths teachers were like, what the hell is he doing? And the hook was like, maths week, what do you seek? I don't really care if you comma beats weak. Bem das, give it a chance. I don't know. So it's just
bit of bem dash, yeah.
Just weird stuff, but yeah, music can be about anything.
Yeah, literally, it was just it really is, to be honest. Like, and fucking, I don't know, it kind of sounds corny, but like when I made songs, it was just so, cause like I used to be real angry. I used to be a little aggro kid, you know what I mean, one of those kids. and then just rapping, just fucking going crazy. Rapping just takes all the energy out. You know what I mean? I'd be mad as shit, and I go into the bathroom and grab a fucking a toothbrush and just go crazy in the mirror. And then by the time I'm coming out of the bathroom, they're like, "That was long shit." I was like, "I wasn't shit. I was rapping, and I'm all dead now. Go to bed and fall asleep." Do you know what I mean?
How did you start? Like, what do you do? How do you learn to produce music? How does it happen?
Like YouTube, literally, like you learn, there's no really excuse to not know how to do something, or like there's no, you can not know how to do it, but then to just go on and never find out how to do something, even though you're curious about it, is actually like, it doesn't make sense, because you can learn everything on YouTube. Obviously there's like bad videos and stuff like that on YouTube that you shouldn't be learning from, but like I learned how to make beats on YouTube. I learned the right equipment to use from, like I bought all my equipment, so I recorded my gaff in my own house. And I looked up on YouTube what the right equipment was for my budget, bought my stuff, learned, like I couldn't even put some of the cables into my audio interface the correct way, just going to YouTube and look how to do it. It's just way easier. And then so I learned how to make beats on YouTube. Then I learned the recording process on YouTube. I'm not the best at it, but like I learned how to do bits, and I'm still learning. Like literally on my way here I was watching a YouTube video on how to like mess around with EQ when you're mixing your vocals and stuff like that. And so I just, everything's from YouTube. What else? What got me into it? I think what I really started doing, like what really pushed me to start recording and learn how to do stuff, was because I wanted an excuse not to study, but I didn't want to just be watching Netflix videos and be unproductive. So like I can't not do something. So I needed to do something, but I couldn't just watch Netflix. I don't know how people just watch all the series on Netflix.
Man, I can't, like, I have to be doing something. Do you know what I mean?
And I can't just be watching it. I need to actually be doing it. Do you know what I mean? Like if I'm watching like when I'm in the gym, or I don't listen to music, I just watch a YouTube video on, or I'll have it playing in the background on how to do something, how to learn something. And it's just like I don't know, I'm just not one for watching shows and stuff like that. It's not for me. It's weird, like when you go onto Instagram and people are like, "I'll give me show recommendations," and then people are like giving them loads of recommendations. They're like, "Oh, what's that? What's that? What's that? What's that?" You know what I mean? How do you have the time?
I'm the worst for, like, the only show I've continuously stuck with has been Game of Thrones, because you know it's every week, it's an hour.
It's not that bad. Yeah.
But I can't get. I tried to get into these shows. I was trying to start a new season, True Detective, and then I was like, "Oh, 10 episodes. That's 10 hours."
It's literally painful. Like I look at it and it was like, if it just came out and it's like one episode this week and one, I can probably suffice. I could probably watch that, yeah. But then I see like 5 seasons in, I'm like, "Oh, I'll never get through this," and I'm just not, like, I'd rather not. It's so much time. It's hours of work, and so I could be doing something else for the whole time.
And I wish that, like, young people would take that on board more. Like,
So this is when my neighbour joined us with his amazing dogs.
they're my neighbours, and they have wonderful dogs. How are you?
Those are beautiful dogs.
Good. 2 TV crews, 1 left and right. How's it going? I have my own podcast. So we decided to record outside.
This could be a part of it.
How's Ab here?
Hey there.
Yeah, how are you? So we decided to record outside.
This could be a part of it.
How's Ab here?
Hey there.
Just in case anyone's wondering why bits are cut out, loads of my neighbours came over and we had a wonderful chat.
Lovely dogs.
What's been one of the major setbacks you've had?
A setback? I like that question. What's a set? Probably not having the right guidance. Like I've recently found people in, like, Good Boys and shit like that, to help me kind of, well, I wouldn't call them mentors, but they help me, guide me in the music industry. Like when I started, I'm only putting music out 3 months now, but like when I started, I didn't have any idea of how to put music out. I was just putting it out and then letting it be there. I don't know about promo. I don't know how often you release music. I just wanted to put as much music out as possible, as fast as possible, because I like enjoying the process of making music. But then I realized that there's kind of there's a lot more planning to it, and there's way more business that goes into it. It's more like, I feel like the music is more business than it is the art at this point. So I kind of so my setback was not knowing about the business side of stuff. So I didn't know how to promote my music when I first came out. I was just kind of relying on my friends listening, and then them sharing it, and then everyone sharing it with each other. So not having a mentor or guidance was probably my biggest setback. But it's coming along now. So I'm gonna have people there to help me now, and so I feel like things are gonna kick in a lot, like really soon.
So, 2018, no music.
No, I mean, no, I was in 6th year last year, so I was just studying all of last year, and I just recorded. I didn't even have equipment last year. Do you know what I did was, I downloaded a crack version of FL Studio, and then when my brother wasn't gaming on the PlayStation playing Fortnite, I would take his gaming headset, and because I had a mic on it, and I would just record with the gaming headset. So I have like probably 25, 30 songs recorded that were recorded on the gaming headset that like nobody's ever gonna hear them ever. A couple of people did, but like nobody's gonna see those. So they were kind of just practice songs, and when I actually kind of go back now and listen to some of them, like this could be good. You know what I mean? I feel like sometimes going back to them, remaking it or something like that. But no music in 2018. Actually, no. This December 2018, I like the last week of it, I put a song out just to say I put a song out in 2018, and so
That's mad. So it's all like it's so fresh.
yeah, literally everything. Like last 2-3 months, I'm only making music.
How's that been? It's been a bit of a roller coaster.
I'm actually like I'm loving it. Like I'm really excited. Like my number, I'm not doing the biggest numbers right now, but I feel like I'm like everything is kind of I'm like a just got a boulder going down the hill. Like I feel like I'm at the top of the hill right now, and I'm just starting to slowly go down. But like I feel like as time goes by, it's gonna keep kicking in and it's gonna keep going on faster and faster. And I don't feel like I have really high expectations for myself for this year. But yeah,
do you goal set?
oh yeah, like I have lots of goals. Sometimes I have like lot. Most of my goals actually aren't even music related, but I do have a good few music related goals. Like I had a goal at the start of this year to put 2 songs out every month, so every 2 weeks. But then with my new guidance, I've been told like I'm better off having better quality and having a whole like when I put a song out, I have a whole package with it. So like a music video, some promo to it, have it on every platform possible. And so now I'm not having a song out every 2 weeks. It'll probably be a song every month or something like that, and it'll be more high quality than my previous songs. Some goals for this year are probably to accumulate like 100k streams in this year. I'm at like 15 at the start right now. That's just on Spotify. I don't really pay attention to other platforms. Probably should, but
yeah, Spotify's my main as well.
yeah. To be honest, it's just like with Apple Music. I don't even pay for Apple Music, so I don't even go check my views and stuff like that on it. But I feel like Spotify is just, I just love Spotify, to be honest. It's a great platform.
It's where everyone's listening. Yes, 60% of my listeners are Spotify.
It's probably 90% of mine, to be honest,
Yeah.
on Spotify. Like I love the whole thing that they do with playlists and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Like people can come to listen to my specific playlist, or my song can be added to people's playlists, and then like once you get onto playlists and stuff like that, your streams just go through the roof, like, because some playlists like have 100 listeners, some people have 100,000 listeners on the playlist, and these are just regular people. Like I've gotten into contact with people who made their own playlists, and they just have like a generic name to the playlist, like Pump Up Music, whatever, and Pump Up Music has 1 million monthly listeners. Do you know what I mean? And that's just a regular person. So like literally anybody.
I didn't even think about that. I've never thought about that.
Like anybody, you don't even have to be like talented or anything like that. You can literally just make a playlist with a good name and put songs that most people like onto the playlist, and then people just go to that. Like it's so easy. Do you know what I mean? Like, and then these people that make these playlists now, they actually have a platform, and like people will come, like some people charge people to be on the playlist and stuff like that, but they have made a platform just out of their own taste in music, which I think is kind of crazy. Like,
and there's been a bit like a controversy in the past about artists getting paid by Spotify and stuff. Like, how do you find that? Obviously you're only starting off and money's not your motivation, but
I haven't even looked. So basically, my music is distributed through this DistroKid, so they handle all like the money related stuff, and so they kind of collect all the royalties from each platform, and then they have like a bank for you on DistroKid, and so the money will be put into that bank. But I haven't even looked at it at the moment. I have like I can't even comment on that issue because I have no idea like about the money at the moment.
I just remember a couple of years ago Taylor Swift like was about to pull everything off Spotify.
Oh yeah, there's loads of stuff like that, and then Tidal came out and they're like, oh, we pay our artists more and stuff like that. To be honest, I don't think anyone's getting that much money off of streams. Like I don't think anyone's living off the streams at this point, so I'm not too focused on that. Like the only thing that I like seeing about streams and how many people are watching, like how many people are streaming my stuff, is like I get to see how many people actually listen to my stuff and where they're from. Like my last song was mad. I had like 160 listeners from Japan, and I know that's not that many, but like it's just so random.
How did they find it?
Yeah, like where did do you know Japan? Like how did that happen?
That's like me on Instagram. I promoted the podcast, and I usually make my own audience, and I let them make the audience. And I'm not about social media likes or stuff, but when you're promoting a project, you want people to see it, and it got 5 times as more traction because it must have went to different places in the world.
Oh, so you didn't like target anybody? You just,
I let Instagram pick the target
okay,
audience.
shit.
And which is weird.
Well, listen,
and it worked.
Yeah, if it works, it works. You know what I mean? That's crazy. I thought that you'd be better off targeting yourself, but I'm guessing they probably know more with their algorithms and stuff like that they know.
Because I typically target like Dublin, 16 to 26 or whatever, and then.
But yeah, in this area, you don't really need it to be where you're from. Like anyone could be interested in you. A Japanese person could be interested in you. Anyone from any country could be interested. Like I seen this thing. It was a news article, I think it was on XXL or something like that magazine, and they're talking about how loads of like up and coming artists nowadays, like American ones usually, their career kind of kicks off in Russia first. Like Russia has a huge, there's a huge amount of people in Russia that are interested in underground music, and so there's this rapper called Night Lavelle from the States somewhere, and he just did a tour recently. He was in Dublin there, but he had like 8 dates in Russia. Like that's so random. And he like his first tour ever, he went to Russia, and not like he's not in his own country. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, where your market is, you don't know.
Literally, yeah.
And what's been some of the highs so far?
Some of the highs. Well, I had a gig. I played a gig there last 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was my first ever gig with the whole Good Buzz gang. Like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and it was my first gig ever. It was a half an hour set, and it was just like. I was kind of nervous going on stage. I'd never played didn't even practice before. So then I got onto the stage, and it was just an amazing feeling being up there. Like it's something I know I want to do for the rest of my life or the next coming years, to be on a stage and perform for a few people. And it was like maybe there's 100 people there or something like that, but it was just crazy. Like the energy, I just loved every second of being on the stage. Like I didn't want to get off it.
And what have been some of the biggest influences for you? Who have been?
Let's see.
Be anyone, like musician, a figure. I don't know. Like I
take influence from loads of different people. To be honest, like there's loads of local people that I take influence from, and I don't want to start naming people because like any artist in Dublin that is making music or doing their own thing right now is an influence. Like because like Ireland's not really known for a content creating country, or we are a country that make a specific type of content, but like people are doing whatever they want now, and it's just great seeing. Any Irish artists do what they want to do. Also, who else? Do you know what is weird? I actually take great influence from comedians, because I'm always listening to comedians, their podcasts and stuff like that, and their careers, like most comedians that are doing really well nowadays, their careers don't start for like 15 years. Like they're working for free or doing really cheap spots for like 10, 12 years for the whole career. And there's a couple of people that blow up like really early, but most of them are like 35, 40 years old when their careers start to kick off. And so it's kind of just teaching me to be patient, do you know what I mean? Because like when I started making music, everyone just expects, my first song, 100k streams, 1 million streams, do you know what I mean? But like I'm taking the slow and easy route right now.
Well, like that's the thing, slow and steady wins. Like
exactly, yeah.
Consistency. No, completely. Like, and I think in our generation we expect to be rewarded instantly.
Because like you see, because when you're on Instagram and stuff like that, you see the people that are instantly rewarded. Like Lil Pump, he was 16 when he blew up, and I was 17, and I'm like, oh fuck, he's more successful than me, and he's younger than me. What am I doing with my life? Like I felt like I wasn't working hard enough, or I was useless, or like seeing people younger than you do well. I thought that was a really bad thing, but like they're the 1 in a billion people that have succeeded at that age. You know what I mean?
And just the way it happens, like we were talking about Bad Baby.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like some people get lucky and some people don't.
What happened with Bad Baby again? Can you like refresh in case people aren't sure the story?
It's Bad Baby. Also, Danielle Brogoli, the Catch Me Outside girl. I'm pretty sure everyone knows her as that.
She's 15, is she?
15, 16 or something like now. She obviously, everyone knows she was on Dr. Phil, and she made the phrase "Catch Me Outside." How about that? And it became a meme. And then instead of just becoming a meme and letting it like just people forgetting about her, she marketed herself with that, and she just made a career out of that one phrase. And now she signed to some big label, and before she even had a song out, she was signed by the label because they know she has like a following. Yeah, because I like in this time, like a lot of people's careers start before, like people are more interested in the person and the brand over the content. Like people will see the brand first and then watch the content. Like people don't see content and then find out the brand. It's usually the brand first and then the content. So like everyone knows Bad Baby and then they go to her music. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think people are I don't think anyone who heard a Bad Baby song didn't know that was her. They didn't just come across it. Like they obviously knew who she was and then went to the song. And it's just branding. Everything's about branding right now.
I just think that's ruining like the passion and the artistry in music.
I don't think it's ruining it because in this era, like anyone can make music, and maybe not as many people are getting the light shone on them. The talented people are the ones that are working really hard. But if you're into if you really like music, you'll make it regardless of who's popular now or who, like what numbers you're doing. Like if you're really into if you love like art, Bad Baby getting millions of streams isn't going to affect you. And there's not like, we're not in 1990s or the early 2000s where there's only 10 famous rappers. Do you know what I mean? Everyone can do well. Like people listening to Bad Baby is not taking it away from people listening to Kendrick Lamar or something like that. There's billions of ears out there. Do you know what I mean? Like everyone can have a spot if they work hard enough. Also there's luck and stuff like that involved, but I don't think it's ruining it, to be honest. I know like that's probably controversial. People hate all this like mumble rap stuff, and they just like when they see all that stuff they just get so angry because they make music or they know someone who makes music that are probably better rappers than them. But I don't look at that and get jealous or angry or spiteful. I just see them doing their thing and I'm doing mine.
And how do you stay motivated?
Stay motivated. Well, if I'm only 3 months in, but like if you're demotivated 3 months into doing something, I don't think you should be doing it, to be honest. Stay motivated. I just love making music. Like there's nothing much to it. I just sometimes, how do I say, like sometimes I like for like half an hour I'll be unmotivated, or like I'll be making a song and I'm just stuck for ages trying to finish these last 20 seconds or something like that. And so I just kind of tune out from that song and just make something else, or just listen. I like to listen to other people's music, and that kind of inspires me, and then I just keep going. Like I've been motivated for the last while now. Like there's nothing that's stopping me from being motivated right now.
And is there any habits you keep?
Habits
that like keep you going?
Let me think. Just having a routine. Like I think I work 3 or 4 days a week now, and so on every other day of the week, or even on every other day of the week, I'm making music every single day of that. Like I'm not gonna waste a day just chilling. I don't like just chilling or sitting there. I don't understand that concept. So I have my schedule. I have work, gym, make music, go with my girlfriend or something like that. But just I think a schedule is really important. Like it just makes it easier. Obviously with art you can't really force creativity, but at the same time you have to sit down and
make the time to
do it. Exactly. Do you know what I mean?
Like there's loads of people who just say, yeah, I'm a writer. It's like, when do you write? You know, when
like you can't only make music or only write or only do a podcast when you're motivated, or like it doesn't make sense, because then you'll just never do anything. Like you have to like motivation isn't enough to do what you do. You have to have a passion for it. Like, so if you have a passion for it, you don't need motivation because it's already there. Like
passion is
literally, exactly.
Yeah. And what have been some of the negative drawbacks?
I suppose maybe for the first month or two, every now, like it's probably something that happens like every now and again, but like I say, self-esteem is probably having a low self-esteem, depending like valuing myself, or like having my mood depending on the outcome of one of my songs or something like that. Like at the start I was kind of my self-esteem was based on how my songs do or something like that, and I wasn't thinking about like I've kind of forced myself to enjoy the process of making the music, and then whatever else happens afterwards, that has nothing to do with me, because I can't really force someone else to listen to my songs. You know what I mean? You can promote and stuff like that, but I've started to take joy like in just the process of doing it, and then not let my happiness depend on something I can't control. Do you know what I mean? Be like, or I feel like I'm making it deeper than it is, but you know what I mean. Just not being bothered by what the results on my stuff is. So like now I just make a song, and when that's done and I'm done promoting it and stuff like that, it's just on to the next. And I feel like when I started making music out every day, I was just checking how many streams did I get this day, how many streams did I get this day, and it was like if this day was worse than the last, I was like, oh damn. I wasn't like depressed or anything like that. It was just
How do you stay present?
stay present.
Because I like a lot of what we do is like very like I'm going to release this and this
Yeah,
is going
yeah.
to happen. It's like how do you just stay grounded now when you're working on that idea, or as you said, struggling to get the last 20 seconds done, or do you know?
I don't think let me see how do I stay present. To be honest, I don't think I stay present. I probably should do that more, but if I'm being honest, like I'm always thinking about the next song. No, when I'm making this song, I'm really focused on making this song, but then after I make the song, I'm done with the song and it's on to the next thing. So like when I'm working on something, I'm very present in that moment, but then the minute that's done, it's on to the next thing. I probably should work on that, staying more present, but I don't think I do. What about yourself? How do you stay present?
How do I stay present?
I want to learn.
Want to learn lessons with Louis. I used to meditate every day for 3 months. I was meditating and it was class, and then that was when I was living in Prague, and I came back from Prague and real life came back again. I was back in Dublin, and I was starting loads of new projects, which was great, but I wasn't making time for myself. So like recently I've started doing yoga and Pilates, and that is class.
Yeah,
absolutely class. And meditation class.
I always want to meditate. Like I always see.
I think I was telling you this last time we were talking when we were recording. I think we were talking about meditation.
I don't know if we were.
Were we?
I can't remember, to be honest, but just like meditation, like there's something I see everywhere, and I just always love the idea of it. And like it's weird, every podcast I listen to or every successful person I listen to, they just talk about meditation, and it's probably something I should start doing. I can't even think, like I can't even imagine myself sitting there and not thinking about stuff.
But it's not about not thinking, it's about just being mindful of what you're thinking about. It sounds so out there and so outrageous, but it's just about thinking about what you're thinking about.
Yeah, no, I get that. Like obviously when I start thinking, when I start making myself sad or when I start being angry about stuff, I realize that I'm doing that, and then I stop doing that. So I'm wary of what I'm thinking about. But like in the traditional sense of meditation, I probably don't do that. But do you know what's weird? What I do actually, I wouldn't call it meditation, but like when I walk to the bus every like morning to go to work or something like that, I kind of like I was told that meditation is training your mind to be comfortable when not thinking about anything or not being worried about stuff like that. So when I walk to work, I don't really like, the only thing I focus on is my footsteps or whatever, and it's kind of calm and just doing that, something like that. So I wouldn't like meditate.
That's really powerful.
Yeah, just looking at and then you think to yourself, oh, I'm not paying it. Like you just keep getting distracted, or there's a person walking there, or watch the step there. But then I think the part of meditation I like is bringing yourself back. Just keep practicing, bringing yourself back to that mindful state.
Because I was listening to a podcast with Oprah, and there's a book called The Power Now, which I think you should read. I think you'd really like it.
Okay. Yeah.
By I forget his first name. I think his surname's Eckhart, and there's a chapter in the book where when you're going upstairs to just put your mind on my bicep is not my bicep, whatever's in your leg. My tendon is my calf is moving, and that's making me all go up these stairs. And I'm so grateful that I'm actually able to walk. Do you ever think about like you can walk, you can see, you can hear?
But sometimes I think about that too much, and it's just like I get like my mind just gets blown by the most simplest things, and I'm like,
but it should be. That's what.
Holy shit! And then I say it to someone, and they're like, "What are you talking about?" And it was like, "No, you don't understand. Like I'm not even high, but I'm just so aware of these things that you're kind of really grateful about them, or you just like, how does this even happen? Do you know what I mean?"
Like apparently that's the way to find true happiness, just by being happy, being content, and noticing what's here, what we have right now. Like, because we often get, our age group get stuck with like, I need this expensive thing, or I need money, or I need that. It's just we're never, not never, but I see a lot. It's very hard for people to be here.
Do you know what's weird? I think everyone has this conversation. Like I do it all the time. I think everyone does it. Even at our age, the people at our age are cognizant of the fact that you don't need happiness for this and that, and everyone talks about it. Like there's people I know that are those exact, like they're huge consumers, and all they care about is this and that. But then you'll sit there with them, and then we'll be having this exact conversation. So it's weird. I wonder how like we can go further than just having the conversation, because like
Putting it into action.
yeah, because like everyone is able to say, oh, money doesn't matter or this doesn't matter, but no one actually even myself included. Like sometimes I'm a consumer, like I value my happiness is valued by some product or something like that. But so I wonder like how do we actually go about it, because it's easy to say.
And a lot of the people we're listening to are also millionaires.
Exactly.
Who are saying these things and probably have a house worth gazillion and have this couch and how many bedrooms. So it's hard to kind of...
Is that how the money doesn't make you happy? But you don't realise it until you have money. It's one of those things like... that's exactly what it is. Like, you won't realise it until you have it. And so you kind of really... like. And then when someone who doesn't have money says it, you don't believe them, because you think money is what's going to bring you the happiness or whatever, because they don't have it, so they wouldn't know.
I've noticed that, like, I'm not rich in any way, but money's not fulfilling me anymore. I'm just like, I'd rather do projects. Like, if there's a project, obviously you want to be paid and appreciated for your work, but like, if there's project A and project B and one pays half, but it completely fails your creativity side, I'm so much more lean towards that now than the money side. But it's hard, like. I
know, it's weird. Like, when my music and my streams, when I love, because I'm really into math, so I love numbers and stuff like that. So when I see big numbers, like if I do get big numbers, like 100, like that's why I have 100,000 streams is my goal, because that means my songs were listened to 100,000 times, and like that doesn't mean anything to do with the money. It's just like that many people were able to listen to my stuff. That means a lot to me. That many people took the time out of the day to play my song or whatever. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm not like you said, like money isn't the goal anymore, but it's also nice to have.
Yeah, and you need it to pay for things.
Exactly, yeah.
You need to buy equipment. You need to, get places. You need to get transport.
Bus fare, do you know what I mean? The bus fares, stuff.
Public transport in
Dublin.
Man,
Listen, folks, 4 to 15. This is self-incrimination, but 4 to 15, that's the leap card I use.
He's clearly 15.
Boom, I'm 15. Actually, if someone asked me, if a bus driver asked me, I just turned 16 the other day, and so I need to update my leap card.
You can still get fined though.
Yeah, I know, you can still get fined, but usually, like, I've never got fined. I've been using it since I wasn't 15.
You've been using it for 4 years?
Yeah, but because, see, the thing is, like, if you're 17, you're paying a child fare anyway, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm going to school. Like,
yeah, exactly. Or you're 18, you're still paying a child fare, even if it's just on a different card. So really, I'm only doing it illegally for 1 year or whatever now. But
there's worse things to do.
Because think about it, I don't think the people on the podcast care, but like it's 40 quid a month using this leap card, or for an adult leap card, it's like 120.
Man, that's why I cycle
160,
everywhere. Yeah. But look, what's next for you?
What's next? Everything. No, what's next? Let's see. I don't want to give a generic question. I have a goal this year to release probably 3 EPs at this point. I wanted to do 4, but I'm gonna release 3. Let's see. Good Buzz is next. Good Buzz is doing bits right now. I'm really excited about just the whole collective. Like, I don't even know if we call ourselves an ensemble.
I think Sean said collective earlier.
Well, listen, I'm gonna call it an ensemble, if that's a word.
Like the Avengers.
Exactly, yeah, with the Irish Avengers. But no, just let's see what's next. I have an EP coming out. I'm gonna have an EP coming out sometime in May, like Sean said, his one. But it's gonna be called Off the Top Rope, because I loved wrestling when I was growing up. So Off the Top Rope, obviously jumping off the top rope. It's not I don't think the music in it is gonna be even close to the title, but I just like the title. I'm trying to make music now with more substance. I've been making music, like I still will, but like I've been making music for fun recently and just having the crack and just punch lines, just having fun. But I wanna have a bit more meaning to my songs. Not I'm not gonna be Kendrick Lamar or whatever. But what else? What's next?
Any gigs coming up?
I'm actually playing at that Flame Festival with Sean, whatever day Sean said it was.
July something.
I'm working with people now to make like music videos right now, because I don't have any out at the moment. I'm working with obviously Louis and Ella on the live performance.
We'll actually put that at the end of the show. If
okay,
that suits. Yeah.
There you go.
Botox
boom from my
KhakiKid.
Yeah, 2 songs ago. Botox. It's probably one of my favorite songs I made.
It's stuck in my head.
I didn't even mean that. Like, that was literally an accident. Like, writing the chorus or the hook on that. When I made the hook, I had the hook at the start of the song, and it was just the intro to the song, and I was kind of rapping it, and I wasn't singing it, and then I was like, actually no, that sounds good. Let's put it here, and then there you go. You know, my time, that's yours, only fucking cause we bored. She got needs I can't afford.
It's absolutely fire. It's actually like I probably when we were recording it, we only did like 7 or 8 times, but like
Yeah.
the
I think there's something I want to learn how to do more, because like that melody was just random. Do you know what I mean? And ever since then, I'm just trying to make melodies, but like I'm not a melodic person, so I don't really know what's a good melody. That was just an accidental melody. So like I be in work, I look like a weirdo when I'm in work, because
You're just rapping.
I swear to God, do you know what I mean?
That's fine.
Or like, and the thing is, I have my phone on me sometimes, and I just put my phone down on the till, and I just lean over and say, like, I have the voice memo, yeah, and I'll just rap something, because I know if I don't, like, I can't keep it in my head until after work to record, so I'll just record it there, or like I'll just get a receipt, and like I reckon I have about 10 meters long of just receipts of just raps that I've just thought of, and something to
Do you
write
not have
down.
a notebook?
No, because you look out of place like with a notebook in work, you know, and what are you doing
If
with
you
it?
left it under the.
I probably could do something like that, but then
Just
people,
a small
but people are looking around and like, oh, what's this? And then they open it and they're like, oh, who's writing raps in work? Do you know what I mean? So there's receipts, because it looked like receipts are everyday part of retail. But anyway, I don't have a job. Rapping's my career.
What advice would you give to someone who raps in the room, or is just trying to get it out there, but they don't have the confidence to get it out there?
I'm gonna quote the wise and honourable Shia LaBeouf on the bow. Just do it. Just fucking do it. Like, honestly,
How do I do it?
How do I do it?
YouTube,
From
Instagram.
YouTube. Put a tiny bit of money into your music. Like, literally, you don't have to put that much. Like, I know money is tight nowadays, but like, I didn't have a job, and my mom single mother with like 6 kids. It's not like I just got money off my parents to do stuff, but like, I got a part-time job in the summer, bought equipment, and didn't go out and spend it on Shy, and just put 300 quid. My first step was 200 quid, and that's my first 3 songs were made with 200 quid. Like, put some money into it. Don't care about what people are gonna say about your music. Just have fun doing it. That's obviously cliche as well, but just do it. Like, don't get too caught up in the image or whatever, or trying to be something or not. Because there's so much. Like, I love the fact that loads of Irish people are making art and stuff like that and music, but lots of it is kind of fake, and I don't see people having their own image or their own sound. They just see that this is working for someone else, so it's gonna work for me. So I'm gonna literally or copy and paste and just have a different voice. Like, it's
I guess the formula sells. Like, you look at TV, everything's the same, or you look at like very. Because people know it makes money, they'll do
exactly,
it.
and they think there's a step-by-step process to it. Like, I don't like that. Like, I love originality. That's why, like, I do listen to the generic rap artists as well, but loads of artists I listen to are like.
You love country.
It's weird. I love Chris Stapleton, specifically Chris Stapleton. I fucking love Chris Stapleton. I love just artistic people. Like, it's weird because I listen to Chris Stapleton, and then the next song would be Ski Master Slump God, just some rapper, and like, his flows are something like, there's not a single person they can be compared to. Like, they're like nobody else's, and like, it's not something I listen to all the time, but it's something I can really admire and then take from. Like, I'm not gonna copy his flow, but
Inspiration. Like,
it's inspiration. And then like, somebody like the people that inspire me, and even the ones I listen to all the time, I just see what they do, and that's sick. Like, they're being really different, they're being genuine, they're being like unique, and so I take huge inspiration from that. I don't know what the question was, but did I answer?
What advice would you give to someone who
what advice?
like raps in their room kind of thing? That was advice. Yeah.
Just be you. Like, to be honest, there's no, like, if you're not being yourself, what are you being? Do you know what I mean? That's another cliche thing, but we'll keep going with the cliche statements.
If you can't be yourself,
cliches are like true. Like,
they're true.
They're cliches for a reason, like, because they're true.
No, like, your authentic self is the best self, unless you're like gonna kill me or something. But
there you go. Yeah.
So
we don't want to be that authentic then.
Is there anything I forgot to say? I forgot to ask you. Anything you want to say that you feel people need to know?
I just want to ask you how your day's going.
How my day's going?
Yeah.
My day's going pretty well. I woke up. I had avocado on toast and some porridge, cup of tea.
I think avocado's really overrated.
Oh.
I'm sorry, we're gonna have to fight about this, Jonah.
Oh, I might have to cut this out.
Listen, we're just gonna not put this out anymore.
You don't like avocados?
I don't like avocados.
Why? Like, Would you eat them if they were there, or
Yeah, probably, but I just think they're overrated. Like I think it's just.
the sensations?
I think it's Instagram that
No,
that
man,
did it.
it wasn't
All
Instagram
the-
that got me into it.
Yeah,
It's-
but I'm saying like
I was an
Instagram's made it
OG.
overrated for me. Like, oh, you've been eating this since day one.
I've been an OG Avo boy.
I feel like avocados just came around when the fit tea in what you call it, Instagram influencers just came out. I feel like they kind of came all at once.
Yeah, it's weird how avocados, like when I was 15, I didn't know what they were,
Yeah, but I didn't know what an avocado was until like
and I don't know
a year
how.
or two ago.
I don't know how I first experienced it. It's actually so weird. I think
What? Did we always have them?
they were always
I
there.
feel like they were made by
Instagram, but I just know it tastes nice and it relaxes me and sets me up for my day.
Yeah, there you
What
go.
about you? How's your morning?
porridge, you know.
I porridge and avocado toast. What you put in your porridge?
Oh,
This will be a real.
listen, bananas, boom, blueberries.
Yes. Oh,
Listen, listen.
mixed fruit.
Even gangsters eat strawberries. What else? Blueberry, berries, and shit like that. I don't know. I'm not too fond of honey. I know it's kind of a thing, but I'm not too fond of honey. It makes it too sweet. How do you make your porridge?
So I used to put banana, but I use banana as a snack later on the day.
So, I have like 4 or 5 bananas a day. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think you're meant to. There's
No,
something about potassium. You're only meant to.
That's fake. So
that
listen,
fake?
I did an experiment on this, and basically they say that if you have like 15 bananas in an hour or some shit like that, you'll die or whatever because potassium overdose. But it's fake. You have to have like 1,000 or 10,000 in a certain amount of time. And so how I proved this was, listen, scientist Khaki in here in this bitch, but I made a milkshake with 25 bananas, and my mum just got like a big huge tray of bananas and made a milkshake with 25 bananas. Took me an hour to drink it. I didn't die.
It's
So listen.
just bananas.
Oh, but obviously milk. Like there's a bit of milk in it as well. With
But
banana
just
milk.
milk and banana.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
you didn't put like cocoa powder, like
No, it was-
banana cocoa.
listen,
or...
the whole point of the experiment was the banana, so I had to focus
Do you
on
like
that.
bananas now after eating 25 in a row?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
I love bananas, but I couldn't do like an overdose. of
Listen,
banana.
I'm like the banana lord. I swear to God. Pause.
Sounds
but-
like good merch.
Yeah, banana no, but like listen,
Banana lord.
like
Yeah,
yeah, I
porridge.
just want to say thank you very much for having me
No man, thanks
on this
for coming
beautiful
on.
podcast on this beautiful day.
Beautiful day, 17 degrees in a field, man.
Got to see some beautiful dogs.
Oh yeah, we met my neighbours, dogs. Oh, where can we find you?
Oh, find me. So this is, I hate even saying this, but Instagram KhakiKid, but it's Khaki and then Kid has 2 eyes because there's someone else out there that's KhakiKid that has 0 followers and follows 1 person, has no pictures, no profile picture thing. So I want everyone that's listening to this to just go report them. I've reported that account 4 or 5 times now. I've made up pages just to report that page and they still haven't taken off Instagram. So it's KhakiKid, but Kid with 2 eyes. Spotify KhakiKid, Apple Music, Tidal, all of that shit. Facebook, I don't really use that. No Twitter, same as the last. Twitter's just.
Yeah, I don't do Twitter.
I don't know. Twitter's really big, but it's,
I think you need to be famous already to be on Twitter.
or something like that. Yeah, I don't think people want to hear what like.
But they want to hear what you say on other things. I just don't get Twitter. I don't understand it. Like,
Yeah. It's just weird, like.
yeah, don't.
But
get
see,
it.
it looks like Twitter's always popping because like when
Twitter's never died. Twitter's always been consistent, right?
Yeah.
Versus all the other ones have been up and down, but Twitter is staying.
But see, like all the memes and stuff you see off Twitter, not off on Instagram, are usually taken off Twitter. Like they're always screenshots of Twitter memes and just put on. But I just can't go on it. It just confuses me. And I know that's where all the goss is. Like that's where all the funny shit happens. But it's just not for me.
I just don't get it. Well, look, have a
Thanks.
nice day, and thank you very much for listening, guys.
Thank you very much, guys. Howdy.
I'd just like to thank Khaki so much for coming on the show and talking to us about his career. It's so amazing to see his progress so far. We record this episode in May, and to see how much he's blown up since then, it's absolutely fantastic. Now, if you want to follow him anywhere, check him out at KhakiKid. It's KhakiKid. That is where he is on Instagram. You can catch his email. Get him everywhere. Listen to him, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you get your music, he is there. YouTube. Now, yeah, that was so much fun, and thank you for listening. And we'll see you next week. And as always, if you like it, share it with someone, and have a fantastic week. All right, guys, bye.